Hello everyone, welcome to AptiPlus Academy for Civil Services. This is a video on daily news and editorial analysis which I'll be covering from the Hindu and Indian Express. So the most important news and editorial would be discussed in this session. So let's get started with the topic. Today is 15th of July. The first topic is Center hike dearness allowances to 28%. This is the news which will definitely help all the central government employees. Second, India-Russia to hold 2+2 ministerial meet. Third, India-Maldives bilateral cooperation talks. So two important news from international cooperation from IR basically. The second last is Lancet report on India's neurological disease burden. And the last is for consumer a bad bargain. So this is an editorial reported in the Indian Express. Apart from all the news and editorial discussion, there would be some MCQ questions, and these questions would be based on current affairs that will help you in the upcoming prelims examination. Those of you who are new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe AptiPlus Academy for Civil Services on YouTube. If you like this video, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to give a thumbs up. So starting the news, the first is Center hike dearness allowances to 28%. This is also known as DA. This is again very important news for all the central government employee. Talking about your exam perspective, this is important for the General Studies paper 3, Indian economy and issues related to planning, mobilization, growth and development, right? So you can use some important further point when you write this in the mains paper of General Studies paper 3. So what the central government has decided, so Union Cabinet jo hai, basically precisely talking about the Ministry of Finance and other ministries, they have restored the proposal for providing dearness allowances and dearness relief with effect from 1st July to all central government employees, right? So DR जो होती है वो वैसे लोगों को दी जाती है जो कि pensions में है, right? All the central government employees, those who are availing pensions, उस रिलीफ में उनको DR मिलती है, और जो लोग प्रेजेंटली एम्प्लॉयड है गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के साथ जिन्होंने रिटायर नहीं किया है उन लोगों को डियरनेस अलाउंस मिलती है, राइट? सो दिस इज इन हिंदी वी कॉल इट महंगाई भत्ता, राइट? सो दिस इज टू कंपनसेट द लेवल ऑफ इन्फ्लेशन दैट इकोनॉमी इज विटनेसिंग. So the government has decided to increase the dearness allowances, or known as DA, for all the central government employees and pensioner, that is by 11% to 28%, right? Now let's understand the increase. The increase in the DA, basically this was 11, again it rose up to 17%. So you can say this is up to 17% now, not 11. And finally it has increased up to 28%. So they have increased by 11% to 28%, right? So previously it was 17%. Do not get confused. पहले ये 17% थी, 11% आप इसमें ऐड करेंगे, so this would add up to 28%. Now the increase in DA or जो DR है, that will impose additional annual burden of around 34,401 crore to the exchequer of government of India, right? So definitely government would not give arrear in this. We'll understand that on the later part of the video. बात करें dearness allowances की, what is this DA? Most of you must be aware of the fact, but those of you who do not know, DA is a component of salary जहाँ पे लोगों को एक तरह से रिबेट मिलती है, या यू कैन से प्रोवाइड अ कुशंस टू इन्फ्लेशन, एंड इट इज बीइंग रिवाइज्ड ट्वाइस अ ईयर. Whenever the inflation is on high, government used to compensate it. They provide some additional basically amount in the salary so that people can compensate the inflation, right? They can beat the inflation. So ये दो बार रिवाइज की जाती है गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की तरफ से, one in January, another in July, right? So in January it was not done because of the COVID-19 pandemic. We'll understand that also. अब जुलाई में रिविजन की गई है. Now no arrear would be provided. Government has made it clear कि जो जैन में जो चीज़ें पेंडिंग पड़ी हुई थी for Jan 2021, now the government has decided it to increase from July. So no arrear would be given for these period. जो लीन पीरियड है इन दोनों के बीच में, उसके बीच में कोई भी arrear नहीं दी जाएगी, right? And only 25% hike would be counted from the July salary and not from the June. Now there was a freeze in DA because of the pandemic. We know that the economy was not performing well. Most of the sectors, IAP sectors जितने थे सभी deteriorate की, agriculture को छोड़ करके all the sectors were in the negative growth, right? So government ने decide किया था कि they would freeze the बेसिकली जो भी DA के प्रोसेस हैं उनको फ्रीज किया जाएगा. The DA hike in the central government employees is likely to cost, I have told you this much amount. और DA और DR की बात करें, this is an installment that are due for the period. Basically 1st January 2020 से pending है, then again 1st July 2020, फिर January 2021 and again July 2021, right? So 4 consecutive increase that was supposed to be done has now been finally taken in a decision by the government. Now the news, that is India Russia to hold 2+2 ministerial meeting. These meetings were also delayed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now after the cases, the shortfall in the cases, we are reporting less number of the cases, but again the vigilant need to be there, the government need to vigilant on that part. We'll understand that on the other second. Now this is important for the general studies paper 2, bilateral regional grouping and agreement involving India's and affecting India's interest. So we'll focus mostly on India's Russia's relations. बात करें जो रशिया के प्रेसिडेंट इनोवोय हैं in India, he has said that this time officially they have confirmed that this was the first 2+2 ministerial meeting later this year, right after the COVID. And Russian embassy ने confirm किया है, they have said that India's sovereign decision, it was useful to deal with everyone in the situation, right? So participation of India for Russia is equally important and they really appreciate on India's part. So India and Russia annual summit was postponed because of the COVID-19 pandemic, which was scheduled to be held an year before. Now issues of Taliban की बात करें, we know that the US forces have left Afghanistan and now the Taliban is a force that is occupying the space, occupying the vacuum. So there would be debate between intra-Afghanistan talk, because Russia is also a body that concerns about this region. Specifically India is also there, but more or less Russia and India both want there should be a democratic process which should be established, right? So both India and Russia were playing to satisfy the common desires. एक high level meeting की बात की गई है, especially इस तरह से preparation की जाए ताकि next year तक यहाँ पे एक stability maintain की जा सके. Now कुछ और areas of development की अगर बात करें for this 2+2 meeting, what would be the more core areas upon this talk? So the progress of new development area would focuses upon atomic and hydrocarbon energy, where Russia is definitely having an edge. Defense में भी रशिया के पास edge है. Space, industries, trade, finance, connectivity, innovations, technology, healthcare and education. So these are some of the core areas upon which the bilateral meeting would be held, and some MOUs, the memorandum of understanding, would be signed between the countries of India and Russia. And Russia is already providing us the COVID-19 vaccine Sputnik V, right? Now mutual interest की बात करें, to promote equal multipolarity natural basket with a major global partners. International efforts में already रशिया ने हमें स्पुतनिक वी दिए हुए हैं और स्पुतनिक लाइट की भी बात की जा रही है. दैट इज स्टिल नॉट कंफर्म वेदर दैट वुड बी कमिंग टू इंडिया और नॉट. और स्पुतनिक 5 की बात करें, अभी रिसेंटली न्यूज़ थी कल में कि सीरम इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंडिया वुड बी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग द मेजर पार्ट ऑफ स्पुतनिक वी. नाउ रशिया हैज़ वेलकम्ड इंडिया डिजायर टू इंक्रीज द इन्वॉल्वमेंट इन द आर्टिक काउंसिल. जो करंट रशिया की प्रेसिडेंटशिप के अंदर इंडियन आर्टिक काउंसिल को इस बार जो हेड कर रही है, दैट इज रशिया. दिस इज अगेन एन इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. दे कैन आस्क यू इन एग्जामिनेशन कि जो आर्टिक काउंसिल है उसकी प्रेसिडेंटशिप इस बार रशिया के पास में, राइट? एंड इंडिया वांट कि इस काउंसिल के साथ जिस तरह से रशिया ने इसको हैंडल किया है, दे आर बैकिंग द रशिया चेयरमैनशिप. नाउ इंडियाज रशियाज रिलेशंस की बात करें, एनुअल मीटिंग होते रहती है दोनों कंट्री के बीच में. ये हाईएस्ट फेडरेशन है, इंस्टीट्यूशनल डायलॉग स्टैब्लिश की जाती है ताकि जो स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप है दैट शुड इंक्रीज. एंड इंडिया एंड रशिया ट्रेड अमाउंट टू $10.11 billion in 1920 and both country is looking forward for huge potential. और ये bilateral trade की टारगेट रखी गई है almost $30 billion by 2025. So definitely a great number coming from these two countries. Now defense and security की बात करें, we already have BrahMos missile as licensed production from India Su-30 aircraft and T-90 tanks for example. न्यूक्लियर कॉपरेशंस की बात करें, कंदाकुलम की जो न्यूक्लियर पावर प्लांट है दैट इज आल्सो नोन एज KKNPP. दिस इज बिल्ड इन इंडिया विद द रशिया कॉपरेशंस, राइट? स्पेस सेक्टर में वी हैव गगनयान प्रोग्राम दैट इज कोलैबोरेशन विद द रशियन गवर्नमेंट. कुछ मल्टीलैटरल फोरम की बात करें जहां इंडिया और रशिया दोनों एक रिप्रेजेंटेटिव हैं, दैट इंक्लूड ब्रिक्स, RIC, that is Russia, India, China grouping, and Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO, right? So these three are the important multilateral forum. If you talk about military exercises, TSENARTR, this is the 2019 exercise. This is Indra exercise, Tri-Services Army, Navy, and Air Force. So these are two important military exercises that we already had with Russia. Now the other news, that India-Maldives bilateral cooperation stock, important for your general studies paper 2, bilateral regional grouping agreements involving India's and affecting India's interest. Now, the Prime Minister of India would meet the Maldivian president and they have set for a bilateral cooperation. Basically, there was a telephonic call which had between both of the Prime Minister and President. Now they're looking to strengthen the bilateral relationship between Maldives and the government of India. So Prime Minister has called Maldives basically the president. This is an Indian Ocean nation and they are mostly dependent on tourism and India is substantially contributing to them. So सेंट्रल पिलर की अगर बात करें इंडिया की नेबरहुड पॉलिसी में और मैरिटाइम विजन्स की अगर बात करें जो कि सागर इनिशिएटिव है, सागर स्टैंड फॉर सिक्योरिटी एंड ग्रोथ फॉर ऑल इन द रीजन. सो इंडिया के लिए इस सागर इनिशिएटिव को पूरा करना, उसमें you can have a very important role of Maldives when it comes to the Sagar initiative. So if you're writing in mains paper, make sure you talk about Maldives also. Talking about the support that India has provided to Maldives. So for that support, Maldives has thanks India for India cooperation and support in fight against the pandemic. We have provided the vaccine to Maldives and India has provided 3 lakh doses of vaccines, right? 2 lakh were provided as gift and 1 lakh were provided as a commercial procurement. For these procurement, Maldives has provided some amount, the amount that was fixed by the government of India. And these were the reason that Maldives is definitely inclined to strengthen the relationship with India. Now there are 10 important reasons why Maldives is important for India. First, talking about Maldives is an archipelago that comprises of 1200 coral island, right? So coral island hai wahan pe, that is important for the shipping lanes. China ki jo investment hai navy, that China is looking for it for the investment in Singapore. So we are more concerned कि किसी और country ना वहाँ पे establish करे बल्कि India ही should be acting as an important part over there. Now China की massive investment भी है Maldives में. This need to be cut down and we want that we should be a net security provided in that region. A large circulation of population is residing basically in the country there. So India also want कि we should have a great contribution in the Maldives region. Maldives is also a member of SAARC and it is important for India. Under Yemen radicalization that grew rapidly, it is being often said that the highest number of foreign hai, that is coming from Syria, and India can ill afford the neighbor and the Islamic radicalizations. Or India and Maldives share ethnic, linguistic and cultural relationship over there. Or almost 25,000 Indians are living in the Maldives. And India is also a preferred destinations in Maldives for education, treatment, businesses and all other purposes, right? So we understand that these countries, again, very important, a small island country that is important for many other reasons for India, right? So this is a map you can see here. Now coming to the other news, that is Lancet report for India's neurological disease burden. Important for your general studies paper 2, issues related to development and management of health. So a report that was being published in the Lancet Global Health. So that talks about the contribution of non-communicable diseases in the neurological disorders. So जो non-communicable disease है उससे neurological disorder जो हो रही है, injury related हो रही है neurological disorders से. So how they are creating problem and this has doubled. India की अगर बात करें from 1990 to 2019 this has doubled. So this report was actually quoted by the Lancet, but इसको publish की गई है इंडिया में by the India State Level Disease Burden Initiatives. Right? And this is the first comprehensive estimate of the disease and the burden going on the neurological disorder. Right? So this can be a question in the mains, also important for the prelims examinations. तो क्या क्या फाइंडिंग्स है रिपोर्ट की बताई गई है स्ट्रोक की वजह से. दीज आर द नंबर ऑफ डेथ 6,99,000 इन इंडिया which is 7.4% of the total deaths in the country, right? If you talk about non-communicable neurological disorders, so यहाँ पे aging भी एक again problem है, stroke, headache disorders, epilepsy leading to the contributor of neurological disorder in the country. While अगर burden की बात करें, infectious neurological disorder has fallen and the burden is higher in less developed states. Now, what is neurological disorder and what is neurological burdens? High blood pressures, air pollution, dietary risk, high fasting, plasma glucose, high body mass index. These contribute to the neurological disorders, right? अगर आप कुछ important disease की बात करेंगे, that include cerebral epilepsy, Alzheimer disease, dementitis, brain and central nervous systems, right? Parkinson, multiple sclerosis, motor neuron disease. There are multiple diseases. I have mentioned everything. And encephalitis, meningitis, tetanus, these are the disease that would be considered as a non-communicable, and these are contributing in the death of an individual in the country, right? So specifically focus is there on India. Now this is a report which was being supported by the ICMR and Department for Health Research. इसमें बताई गई है कि किस तरह से अगर हम नॉन कम्युनिकेबल डिजीज को देखें, यू कैन सी दिस टाइमलाइन बिटवीन 1990 टू 2019. सो फॉर नॉन कम्युनिकेबल डिजीज यू कैन सी दिस रेशियो, राइट, and see the number has increased. For the non-communicable it has decreased, for communicable it has decreased, and for injury related it has seen in the marginal increase, but in non-communicable it is again double what was there before. So now coming to the editorial for consumer, a bad bargain, important for your general studies paper 3, inclusive growth and issues arising from it. Now what is there in this editorial? So if you talk about the segregation, इस editorial में editor ने कुछ 6 important topic पे बात करने की कोशिश की है. First he has provided a background, grievance redressal mechanism, fallback liability क्या है, record information of the seller selling the counterfeit product, penalty के क्या क्या provisions हैं और way forward क्या आप लिख सकते हैं. And the entire editorial focuses upon a theme of consumer protection, e-commerce rule 2020, right? We'll understand in everything detail. First, let's understand what was the recommendation of the parliamentary panel. रिसेंटली पार्लियामेंट्री पैनल जो है कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शंस को लेकर उन्होंने रेकमेंड किया था मिनिस्ट्रीज को कि देयर शुड बी द अमेंडमेंट टू द रूल प्रोवाइडेड फॉर द बेटर प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ कंज्यूमर्स and the malpractices should be stopped at the earliest. So this was the recommendation that was provided by the parliament committee or parliament panel. Now अगर बात करें इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉमर्स और ई कॉमर्स की, एक बिजनेस मॉडल है जो इंडिया में ऑपरेट कर रही है, चाहे वो फर्म के साथ ऑपरेट करो या इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे ऑपरेट कर रही है, राइट? दे आर वर्किंग ओवर इंटरनेट. Now how thing has changed. Before I proceed, just to tell you about Consumer Protections 2020. ये रूल है क्या? So rule is applicable for all e-commerce retail जहाँ वो registered हो इंडिया में या इंडिया से बाहर registered हो. They are offering the services, so these are applicable to them. And sellers of e-commerce entity will have to display the total price of goods, right? जो service offer कर रहे हैं sell along with the breakup of other charges. So this is promote transparency in the overall pricing of the goods. Now expiry date of the goods need to be separately displayed. So they need to highlight about the expiry date of the product so the customer can be aware of the expiry date. Now all relevant dates regarding the goods and services offered by the seller that also include the origin of the country. So अगर आपने recently order किया होगा Amazon और Flipkart से, so they mention at the front of the invoice that origin country कौन सी, right? And no e-commerce entity shall manipulate the price of goods services for unseen profit. सिर्फ प्रॉफिट बचाने के लिए आप बहुत सारी चीज़ों को हाइड नहीं कर सकते हैं. एवरीथिंग हैज़ टू बी डिस्प्लेड एंड दे हैव टू बी डिस्प्लेड ऑन अ ट्रांसपेरेंट मैनर so that a customer should be aware that what exactly he is paying for. And no seller or inventory on e-commerce entity shall falsely represent itself as a consumer post reviews. जो खास करके कई बार क्लेम आती है, जितने भी ई कॉमर्स के साइट है उन्होंने फेक रिव्यूज पोस्ट किए हुए हैं, राइट? एक मिस रिप्रेजेंटेशन क्वालिटी के बारे में की गई है, और अगर इस तरह से चीज़ें रिप्रेजेंट होती है तो उनकी प्रोडक्ट को कैंसिल कर दी जाएगी. एंड नो ई कॉमर्स एंटिटी सेल इम्पोज कैंसिलेशन चार्जेस ऑन कंज्यूमर. किसी भी चीज को कैंसिल करने के लिए कोई कैंसिलेशन चार्ज एप्लीकेबल नहीं होगी. Although most of the sites do not go for cancellation charges, but if it still exists in any platform, they would not be eligible to charge any cancellation prices, right? तो ये पूरी provisions है consumer protections में. So these are some of the important point. This is also relevant for your prelims examination. नाउ ग्रीवांस रिड्रेसल मैकेनिज्म की बात की गई. जिस तरह से रिसेंट में आईटी इंटरमीडिएरी रूल बनाई गई थी, उसी के सेम पैरेलली मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कंज्यूमर अफेयर ने प्रपोज किया है ई कॉमर्स, जहाँ पे ई कॉमर्स कंपनीज को भी अब ग्रीवांस ऑफिसर अपॉइंट करने होंगे, कंप्लायंस ऑफिसर अपॉइंट करने होंगे, CCO एंड नोडल ऑफिसर अपॉइंट करने होंगे. सो दिस वाज बेसिकली ओनली एप्लीकेबल फॉर आईटी रूल. आईटी रूल में इसको अप्लाई की गई थी, बट दिस इज ऑल्सो एप्लीकेबल फॉर द ऑल कंज्यूमर. जितने भी इंटरमीडिएरी या जो भी सेक्टर ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं, दे वुड बी ऑल्सो हैव टू अपॉइंट विथ ऑल द ऑफिसर्स, राइट. सो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कंज्यूमर ने भी इसको मैंडेटरी कर दिया. फॉल बैक लाइबिलिटी क्लॉज की अगर बात करें, जितने भी ई कॉमर्स एंटिटी है, दे आर लाइबल इन केस ऑफ सप्लाईज ऑन द प्लेटफॉर्म इफ दे फेल टू डिलीवर द गुड्स टू द कंज्यूमर, राइट. और ई कॉमर्स फर्म इन इंडिया विल ऑपरेट थ्रू ईदर इन्वेंट्री मॉडल और मार्केट प्लेस मॉडल. दो ही मॉडल होती है जिन पे ये काम कर सकती है, और FDI जो है वो सिर्फ परमिटेड है मार्केट प्लेस मॉडल पे. दैट इज नॉट अवेलेबल इन द इन्वेंट्री मॉडल. सो अगेन एन इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट फॉर द प्रीलिम्स. नाउ रिकॉर्ड इन्फॉर्मेशन फॉर सेलर्स सेलिंग काउंटरफिट प्रोडक्ट्स. ऐसे कोई प्रोडक्ट्स जो खराब होंगे उनकी डिटेल्स ई कॉमर्स एंटिटी को मेंटेन करनी होगी. एंड द इन्फॉर्मेशन ऑफ आइडेंटिफिकेशन फॉर ऑल द सेलर्स ऑफरिंग रिपीटेड गुड्स वुड बी रिमूव्ड. उनको रेस्ट्रिक्ट किया जाएगा. कॉपीराइट एक्ट 1957, ट्रेडमार्क एक्ट 1999 और इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी एक्ट 2000. सो डेफिनेटली दीज वुड हेल्प कस्टमर्स. थोड़ा हार्श है कंपनीज के लिए, बट इन लॉन्गर रन दिस वुड बी हेल्पिंग द कंज्यूमर इन इंडिया. Now talking about penalty, some provisions are already provided in the Consumer Protection Act 2019. So complex nature रखी गई है, जहाँ पे Competition Commission of India ने कहा है कि अगर इस तरह की चीज़ें होती हैं मार्केट स्टडी के बाद, if they want to more make it more strengthened, they would definitely comply with the rules. And the draft rule require e-commerce platform to identify goods based on the country of origin, right? And if they're not providing that detail, they would be supposed and they would be charged with a penalty, right? Now, what is the way forward that you can conclude in your answer? So the draft rule has sought to safeguard the consumer, जहाँ पे रिस्ट्रेन की जाएगी कंज्यूमर फर्म्स, उनकी अवेलेबिलिटी इंफॉर्मेशंस हो. ये सारी चीज़ें एक कंज्यूमर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से काफ़ी अच्छी है, राइट. सो द फर्म्स हैव टू मेक अवेलेबल ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन पर्टेनिंग टू कंज्यूमर्स, एनी पर्सन, एनी अदर कंज्यूमर विदाउट एक्सपीरियंस द अफर्मेटिव कंसेंट्स ऑफ द कंज्यूमर. सो प्राइवेसी इज ऑल्सो दैट वुड बी प्रमोटेड. बिना किसी कंज्यूमर के कंसेंट्स के उनके एड्रेस, उनके ऑर्डर्स किसी भी थर्ड पार्टी के साथ ये शेयर नहीं किए जाएंगे, राइट. Suppose you buy anything from Flipkart or Amazon, right? So what happened? Your data is being shared with third party companies and they give you a call, they make messages to you. So this is the reason they have said that without the consent of the consumer, you cannot share the data, right? So this is how the way forward can be concluded in this type of topics. Now coming to the MCQs question of the day, before I proceed with the question, just to tell you the answers. The answer for yesterday is C for first and C for 2. So for both the question, the correct option here is C. Now question of the day, with regards to the quadrilateral security dialogue, consider the following statement. It is an informal strategic dialogue between India, US, Japan and Australia. It aimed to support and ensure a free, hassle-free and prosperous Indo-Pacific region. If you know the correct answer, do let me know in the comment section down below. Second, consider the following statement about the Sambhar Lake. This was there in the news, so make sure you are thorough with the concept. It is the latest inland state lake in the world. It represents depression in the Aravalli range. So geography plus contemporary question, relevant for the current affair also. If you know, do let me know in the comment section. So this was all about the daily news and editorial analysis, followed by the MCQ questions. If you have any other concern, do let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Wish you all the best. Thank you so much for listening.